Okay guys, welcome back. So what we're gonna do now is um see if we can do anything else here in Haven, and then we'll make us way back to the hinterlands or see what else we've got to do at the war table. I know we've got a few missions there to turn in. Okay, so like I say, we're gonna go past these notes in.
Good day to you.
Now, you've probably noticed the difference that I've actually taken some of the sound down on the game because I was getting a couple of copyright strikes. So I've still got the sound effects on, still got all the talking. Just I've taken the song volume down.
Flitter said to...
You're back. And in one piece.
I am.
You said you thought Master Tajan was working on something special. If it helps, I found his notes.
The old codger was on the edge of a breakthrough here, but he couldn't see it. You want some of these mixed up? You just give the word.
Okay. Well, I wonder if that's made a difference to my like to my potion levels or anything like that. We shall find out. Goodbye, mister. You'll have to let me know if my voice is any better for the sound quality of the mic, since I've changed some of those now. I just need some downloads for that. Okay, let's get some of this on. I'm just gonna go through and I'm just gonna upgrade what I can. So this one, the regeneration, which I've just upgraded, that's pretty cool. So that's upgraded it by 8 seconds. Increases the healing amount by 3 per second too, so that's pretty cool. Okay, looks like I can't do any of the Livium potion yet. Tonics. Still not unlocked any. Still not unlocked any grenades either. Equip, I better make sure everyone's full on the potions. I am, Farik is, Solus is, and Cassandra is. Right, cool.
Let me know if you need anything.
I'm not sure if there's actually anything else left to do here in Haven. Special achievement. I think that's a bug or something, because I don't think that actually goes away. Yeah, looks like it's just back to the drawing board. Oh, looks like something's going on here.
Your kind killed the most holy. Lies. Your kind let her die. Shut your mouth, mage!
Enough!
Knight Captain.
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean exactly?
Back already, Chancellor. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you. Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave.
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
Starts to irritate me, to be fair, because we all want the same thing. The Chantry want the same thing, and that's for order. But yet, we're because this is run by, or because I'm part of this Inquisition, or just because they wasn't formed previously towards this breach, now the Chantry is just not even willing to acknowledge that the Inquisition's an actual force or anything. But yeah, why can't we work together?
So far, you're the only one who's insisted we can't work together.
We might, if your Inquisition would recognize the Chantry's authority.
There is no authority until another divine is chosen.
In due time, Andraste will be our guide, not some dazed wanderer on a mountainside.
So the thing is like, they don't have any authority at the moment because Divine's dead. So how can we recognize his authority? So he basically wants us to let him tell us what to do or bow to him, even though he has no authority at the moment. Let's investigate. Go on, Colin. Why is he
Remind me,
here?
why are you allowing the Chancellor to stay?
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. There's no point turning him into a martyr simply because he runs at the mouth. The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Val Royeaux, however.
So chances are no one's really going to believe me there either.
How widespread is the violence between mages and Templars?
Impossible to say.
Your organization flouting the Chantry's authority will not help matters.
With the Conclave destroyed, I imagine the war between mages and Templars is renewed with interest.
Probably, yeah.
The mages and Templars are fighting, even though we don't know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
Exactly why all this should be left to a new divine. If you are innocent, the Chantry will establish it as so.
Or we'll be happy to use someone as a scapegoat.
You think nobody cares about the truth? We all grieve Justinia's loss.
But you won't grieve if the Herald of Andraste is conveniently swept under a carpet.
Well, that's true. Well, I'm sure I will try to return with good news, but yeah, I'll try to return with good
Make
news.
sure they see reason in Val Royeaux.
I pray you're right.
Alright, to the war table. Make sure there's nothing else. Actually, while I'm here, I might have some monster research to turn in. It's not that door, is it?
Researcher Menave wishes to verify that the infections have decreased in number.
Yes. Thank you for your help. Tell me,
Got anything else to
greetings,
say?
Herald of Andraste. How fares your quest to seal the breach?
Well, I'm trying.
I'm doing everything within my power.
A task such as closing the breach is a heavy burden. I hope you do not carry it alone. We remember Andraste, but Andraste did not carry the Chant of Light alone. She had generals, advisors, even her husband for a time. Do everything within your power, but remember those who would help you.
So what, just help the people that will help me, or? Like I said, I'm going with the whole I'm chosen sort of thing, so I obey the will of Andraste.
I will try to follow in Andraste's footsteps as best I can.
If you like. But Andraste forged her own path, guided as she was by her visions. Look to Andraste for guidance, but ultimately, the Maker has made this your task to fulfill. In any case, I pray this Inquisition proves less brutal than its predecessor.
I'm sure I've asked these questions already, but I'll ask them again.
Can you tell me about the original Inquisition?
The original Inquisition was formed after the First Blight, well before the Chantry as we know it. The Inquisitors were hunters, zealots, who tracked and killed cultists and dangerous mages. As Andraste rose to power, the Inquisition came into her service. Instead of hunting those who would do harm, the Inquisitors spread the chant of light by force.
Okay. That does seem rather horrible.
It must be difficult to follow the chant of light knowing how it's spread.
Indeed. I have always believed that the Maker wished us to spread the chant of light by example, not violence. In any case, once the chant of light had spread far and wide, there was less need for zealots. The Inquisitors became the seekers of truth, and eventually the Templars.
Okay, so we'll just be reading about that inside the Codex. So, okay, so yeah, why bring us back then? If, you know.
This is a dark chapter of history for the Divine to revisit.
Do you know what impresses me most about the original Inquisition? They fought horrific battles, killed and died for their cause, and when it was time, they put their swords away. Perhaps the name was divine, Justinia's message, that when the Inquisition is needed, it will strike without mercy. But when its work is done, it will put its sword away.
Okay. Who will be the next divine?
Do you know who the Grand Clerics will choose as the next Divine?
It is a difficult decision. All the obvious candidates perished with Divine Justinia at the Conclave. The Grand Clerics are terrified of the Inquisition. They will not decide soon, and I fear they will not decide wisely. Whoever is chosen needs the Inquisition's support. No one else seems likely to seal the breach.
Oh, okay. Well, I am the only person that seems to be able to seal the rifts, so unless they could find a way. Let's talk about the Chantry.
I've had the chance to speak candidly with a revered mother. Can you tell me about the Chantry?
I presume you mean deeper questions about the organization itself. I trust the Chantry at Ostwick taught you the basics.
Pretty much. How do you view magic?
What is your stance on magic?
Andraste put it simply. Magic must serve man, not rule over him. However, those words must be put into the proper historical context. Andraste led a rebellion against the Tevinter Emporium, whose magisters controlled most of the world at the time. Even then, she never called for all mages to be put to death. She believed in peaceful coexistence.
The Chantry is more stringent.
I don't recall the Chantry being as tolerant of magic as you describe.
No. The Chantry is an imperfect vessel, pulled in every direction by those who would steer its course. Yet the Templars rebelled precisely because Divine Justinia was not restrictive enough. Perhaps the Inquisition will find a better way.
So why is there only human women and no men?
Why does the Chantry allow only human women to become priestesses?
The official doctrine is that elves and dwarves...
The way that I just asked that though. Like, would you want a male as a priestess?
Chant holds that they are more vulnerable to anger or passion. But in truth, it is simply political. Added after Andraste's death, like too many of our beliefs.
If you don't believe these restrictions are what Andraste wanted, why haven't you tried to change them?
Has the current state of the world not taught you the folly of fighting too many battles at once? I chose to use what power I had to help peasants forgotten by the nobles of Orlais. I believed there would be time to address their inequality under the Chantry once we had saved them from starving.
But yeah, exotic marches.
There were
talk to
calls for
her.
an exalted march to put down the Mage Rebellion. What was your opinion?
It was ignorant gossip. An exalted march only succeeds when it carries the will of the people. Even then, it cannot be undertaken lightly. People are too easily frightened. We cannot destroy everything they fear. An exalted march is justified only against a true threat to this whole world. It is an offense to the Maker to use it as a political bludgeon, or as a means of spreading the chant of light.
Okay. What about a march on the Dales? So I do like to choose as many options as what I can, so that I can find out as much info as I can to fill up the codexes, so we can more content for the channel and for you guys.
What about the exalted march that conquered the elves?
That is a hotly debated matter in some circles of the Chantry. The elves had conquered Montsemard and threatened Val Royeaux itself. They were not helpless victims. But even then, Orlais was the only nation to provide troops. It was hardly an exalted march of all the faithful. The Maker wishes his world to spread by example, not by war. We win no converts with blood.
Okay. Well, we'll see if she's got more to say to us next time we come back.
Maker go with you.
Again, we'll nip in and we'll talk in here.
The Inquisition cannot remain.
I just walked into
You
something.
can't prove it was founded on Justinian's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked his life to slow the magic of the breach. Sir Trevelyan, may I present the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
What, so he owned
This
it?
is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denner, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
Okay, its followers need shelter. I could basically throw out there that we're doing this for, you know, for the people and make them feel guilty about letting us stay. The Divine's Advinders founder is obviously holding the Divine in high esteem. We all have bigger problems. Yeah, that's staying away from the whole Divine thing, so I think I'll go with the Divine Advisors founded it.
Interesting, considering the Inquisition was begun by the left and right hands of the Divine.
I've seen no written records from Sister Liliana or Seeker Penticus that Justinia approved the Inquisition.
If you won't take her at her word, I'm afraid Seeker Pentagast must challenge him to a duel.
What?
It is a matter of honor among the Navarrans. Shall I arrange the bout for tonight?
No. No. Perhaps my reaction to the Inquisition's presence was somewhat hasty.
We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in
I didn't want to threaten him.
trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
Come on, let me stay.
I'll think on it, Lady Montilier. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Yeah, so does he actually own the land?
Do the Durelions actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the Durelions are Orlesian. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
Okay, I won't say she handled it well because it seemed like she was arguing when he came in. So the Marquis was bluffing. I think if we had said we'd leave, then we'd end up being off of here. So I don't necessarily think he was bluffing. He was obviously trying to throw his authority around. So yeah, I'll apologise for interrupting.
I apologise for the intrusion. I didn't realise you were meeting with the Marquis.
You did little harm. In truth, the debate was most beneficial as practice for those to come.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
She's got a point though. The more people that come, the more the word gets round about Inquisition, the more we can grow our forces. How did you become an ambassador?
May I ask what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Leliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
Yeah, we read about that in Codex as well. So Liliana requested to Cassandra to hire her. What's your background?
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais. The nobility of Thedas is a rather singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
Well, I'm glad she's around.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montillier.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas's politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
Okay. Let's see if she's got anything else to say.
What may I do for you?
I've already asked those ones. Anything to
What do the
report?
people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Okay, how I guess.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
Sir Griffith of Denerim, a most distinguished knight of the realm. He's defeated darkspawn, slain demons, chased down abominations. Just don't ask him about it over dinner. He spares no detail.
It could be interesting to know.
We can use that.
Get those turned in. Okay, so I have a perk. In the perks menu, you can select perks to provide unique benefits to your party. The number of
Any
perks
work?
is down at the bottom of the screen.
Nothing yet.
So I'm going to have to unlock more perks so I can get these, obviously. But like I say, I'll try to get as much as I can unlocked in each area. Underworld knowledge, so a detailed study of underworld customs and their brutal but practice applications. Opens up new dialogue options related to criminal activities and grants a plus 50% experience for each codex entry unlocked. That could be handy, knowing that I'm wanting to grow some levels, but at the same time get a little bit more context. Methodology developed by Orlesian Blaze Master and used by Chevaliers to analyse their own performance in combat. Grants a 5% XP boost from killing foes. So that one could be even more. They say I'm going to kill a lot more people than I'm going to get codexes. Arcane knowledge. Detailed study of magic and places and creatures that interact with it. Opens up dialogue options related to the Fade or Arcane studies. Grants 50% experience for codex. Detailed studies show how to get the maximum usable harvest from each plant. Grants 10% chance to receive extra herbs when harvesting them. That could be handy, but not yet. Training in spotted where the pattern breaks in nature or in civilization grants a significant increase to the discovery range of a search and icon action. That could also be very handy, but at the moment I'm more interested in like the experience. So trainee herbalist, gain a collection of tier 1 herbs. Connections. Detailed study of politics, rhetoric and those who wield them. Best effect opens up new dialogue related to nobles and politics. Grants 50% XP for each codex entry unlocked. Thanks for a few well-placed acquaintances and careful crafted reputation, merchants will pay the Inquisition 10% more for items sold to them. From an expanding network of contacts among artisans, suppliers and noble patrons, merchants will offer the Inquisition a 10% discount on their goods. Inquisition because can leverage the organization's reputation to purchase a shipment of rare and valuable raw materials for crafting. I think that'll be handy later on when I've got higher levels and I can craft better gear, equipment, armor, weapons and such. Detailed study of Fader's past opens up new dialogue related to history and a chantry. Grants an additional 50% experience for each codex entry found. Antivan tailors are famed for their ability to hide pockets seamlessly in garments, and a few words to the Inquisition's friends to the north and its forces can carry more items in the field. Increases my inventory space by 15. That I will definitely get at some point. At the moment I'm leaning towards the experience per kill. Tempered glass flasks. Better technique in glassware makes more durable flasks, allowing more potions to be carried safely at one time. And potions slot for all party members. I think I'm going to go for the experience, you know. So that's that. I only had one. Is there anything on our lay opened yet? Okay, so these don't actually have any time. So this is going to be a quick one, so looks like it could be for another horse. So we have garnered the attention of the finest armors in the land, and they would not see our message conveyed undoored. They offer a mount that will reflect the flames of the Inquisition. It is by all accounts magnificent. A block letter note follows. We would send our best, and you will know it when you see it. It is much at home in parade as on the battlefield. Let all who stand against you see that they stand against the force. A cause, our skill is yours. Rose of the Hammer. Okay, so Josephine will take every care with such a boon. Our associates will see to it. I'll just send Josephine. It's requiring no time. So armored mount has arrived and is every bit as magnificent as was promised. Cool. The Red Heart. This looks like it could be for a mount too. The reason I say that is because each of those ones for a mount all have a picture of a horse on them. So, such as the reach and the threat that the Inquisition received offers from the corners of Theodos from a distant clan of Dalish comes as a surprise. A letter in the following script. Perhaps you are not as we, and do not share what we believe, but this threat is a common to us all, for the wounded sky belongs to everyone. If nothing else, we would have you sure of foot on your journey towards victory. Mas Enesalan Lasa Reves Avenura. Okay, I'll use Josephine again because it says she's going to take every care. Red Heart has arrived and it can only be described as inspirational. Okay. Investigate the shards. Okay. The shards acquired by the Herald of Andraste are unlike anything I've encountered. Though ancient in origin, few have been recovered before now. The breach must have disrupted whatever ancient magic was concealing them from view. I have heard of one scroll that mentions the shards. It belongs in the Circle Tower of Markham. However, after the circles fell, the Sorrow family seized many of the valuables as compensation for donations made after their mage's son was taken there. They intended to sell the scroll, along with everything else, at private auction. Enchanter Ranod. Hastily scroll below, Josephine. If this ancient magic is tied to the breach or can offer some advantage against it, we need to know. Can you get us into that auction? Liliana. Okay, so I can't use the forces or secrets. A few well-placed rumours should incite bidding wars on other items, leaving the scroll for us. Well, let's do this. Let's find out about those shards. With thanks to Our Lady and Master, I was able to study the scroll. The reference is vague, but it implies a connection to a temple, possibly elven. I followed the lead and believe one such temple stands in an oasis in the western approach, as it may lie within. I cannot say reports of the place are cut off or have pages missing. I have yet to find a reliable first-hand account. Perhaps our soldiers can provide a better one. No, I don't want to go there yet. If that's about the shards and they're saying we're going to need them, I'd probably like to build some up. So that's addressed a chantry in Valrayo. Let's see what else I've got to do over here. Okay, so they're flashing. They're the ones which I sent on before, so we'll start up at top. Right, so these were the relatives. The Herald of Andraste relatives have become much more restrained when discussing the Inquisition, going so far as to avoid the subject entirely. Whatever future boon they may ask of us, their newfound modesty is most gratifying. So I got 30 influence from that. My dear Liliana. So this was the writer. So your author friend is truly a mystery. Our search uncovered only a string of foreign accounts. The trail of coin led from Antiva to Tavinta to the Three Marches and Orlear. Someone hid their tracks well, but not well enough. Your writer is in Kirkwall, and remember, you owe me a favour. Okay, so I got an amulet of power. The Turn of Hira. Your honour guard is a welcome sight at the Divine's Vigil. As a member of thanks, I am sending Ferelden arms and equipment for your troops. Sincerely, Turn Fergus Coastland. Cool, so we got a longsword. Let's see what these ones are. Scout for Storm Coast. So this is another cost one. So I've already used 4. Let's see what this is. Your Inquisition says that it's order against chaos, reason in darkness. If you stand by this, come forth and drive the heretics from my lands. They claim to be refugees, but I have seen elves and apostates among them. Filthy savages, tearing at our roots. Our monarch refuses to send forth armies, and my own knights were decimated at the conclave. I require your aid to return peace to my lands. Prove your loyalty, and I will see you rich, rewarded for your faith. Praise the light, Lord Kildard of Ferelden. So Josephine. Ah yes, Lord Kildard. A pariah even among his peers, let us send a polite refusal and nothing more. Liliana. We can take advantage of this raving. My spies can harass the refugees into moving somewhere else to win Lord Caldan's favour. Okay, so we could get something out of it. Cullen, we could send a few patrols, but I would prefer they help the refugees, not his Lord Caldad. Oh, so one's saying don't help, one's saying is help him, the other's saying help the refugees. Although he seems to have an opinion against the mages and apostates and that, which I'd like to save everyone, well, help as many people as I can. So I'm with Cullen on this. So I'm going to go with Cullen. I can't do this one yet. Says I need more power. So that leaves us with either scout the storm coast, or we can go to Elooh. But Elooh, with it having a green marker, that's my next main mission. So I'm not going to do that one yet. I'll scout this one first. And I can only use secrets. I think the other two are actually on another mission anyway. Ferelden has not seen magnificent Grey Warden activity since Darkspawn attacked the city of Amaranth 10 years ago. It's not unusual for their order to fade from public notice when there's no blight. However, recent reports claim that a group was travelling along the northern coastline. Wardens tend to follow their own agenda, but the breach has no doubt caught their attention. If they know something, then the Inquisition should find out. And what does our secret say? The Wardens are reclusive, but not untraceable. If there are signs of their passage on the Storm Coast, my agents will find them. Let's do this then. Lieutenant Harding led a small complement of soldiers to a Storm Coast region to investigate reports of Grey Warden's activity. She sent word that a party had established a camp near the shore, but we have received nothing further. At this time, the statues of Harding and her mission remains unknown. Not now. Think we need to go back to the hinterlands for a bit. Let's see what we can do here and see if we can get some question before we yeah. Okay. Have I got anything around here? Right, okay. I've actually got some stuff to do up here on my left. I think we'll start having a look down here. I'll choose Solus so I can use him as he's ranged.
Take you.
And there's all the ram meat that I needed to get. Okay. Oh, there's another airstream. Let's head up to this. So we've got a bit of fighting going on over here.
Apostates! The apostates have fled to the hills.
Okay, let the fools in Redcliffe play the good mage, as they always do. We know the truth. This world is ours to conquer, and every worthless peasant who threw a stone, every Templar who glared in disappointment, our heroine deserves to know it. Follow the trail to Witchwood and find your brothers. An inside lair, but scratched handwriting almost too sloppy to read. Okay. This is another one of those puzzles. Okay. So down here in the right it says picture, so we've got to start with one that's only got one end. We've got there, 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 there. Easy enough. Start one. Okay. What's next? Go towards this. Again, I like to try and get all the claw stuff as much as I can. There's some things down here. Another treasure map.
Rude, do you think you could stay with the miller and his wife if I had to leave?
What nonsense are you going on about? Where do you think you're going, Father?
We're low on food and coin. I may have to bring out the old sword, do some work to feed us.
Oh. Wish I could talk to him. Where's... I did put a marker down, didn't I? Right, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna be able to get to that from this side, am I? Let's go turn this in. And then we'll probably work up here towards us northeast. I'll get that one done.
Hopefully the Inquisition can find some way to help these people.
Long day.
Maker, I hope it's not me. Mages, Templars, bandits, demons. Making it hard for a man to hunt for his supper. Here, maybe this will help. It more than helps. With this, I can fill these hungry bellies. Give these folks some hope. I didn't think much of the Inquisition. But no one else is helping like you lot. Maybe I was wrong.
You was wrong. You need anything else?
I pass round what you found. No one will go hungry.
Nice one. And I said we were going to go up towards us northeast.
Well, let me know if you find one.
I'm pleased to hear it.
Maker's breath. If I were back in the city, I could just steal some blankets.
I'm sure I've spoken to him
What do you
already,
need
but
to keep these refugees warm. Blankets, warm clothes, all of it. These poor sods lost everything when the mages and the Templars went crazy. If we were in a village, I could just pinch a blanket off a clothesline and be fine. Out here, I'm sure the apostates have plenty of supplies, just haven't been able to find them.
Well, I'm sure we can mark them if we find them.
And to you.
Okay, I should have gone the other way, then, shouldn't I? Okay, what we'll do is we'll go down here. We'll go towards this one. I don't mind going this way anyway, because there's going to be some extra people we can fight. These guys with shields again. I don't know how much of a pain they can be. If I go help my rogue and my mage out, if I go help Varric and Solus out by taking out some of these other ones, they'll be able to help us with the guys with the shields. I'm gonna say no to a load of loot from them, that's for sure. Heavy adventurer armor. We'll have a look at some armor in a minute or two. We'll go collect this this shard. Okay, so there's some people up here.
Another key to that temple in the desert.
Gonna force us to go in there with him. I wonder if there's going to be anything special in this little ruin. There's a mosaic and stuff. There we go. Pick up this loot first. 4 mosaic pieces. Okay, so it looks like we got 12 of these. There is 1 of 12. Okay. And the next part, we will go down to here. Locate the Templar camp. Okay. Okay. I think I need to make it so my shield lasts a little bit longer. I love being able to chain them in when there's all 4 of us that can attack right at the same time. So happy I picked that one. Right, saying I can level up. Okay, let's get some more that's on here, that's on my Vanguard, is that shield. So that maximum guard bonus could be a big help. Guard per enemy 10%. Okay. We'll go through each first. So Solus. Well, I started on electric with him, didn't we? So it's only fair to do some more electric. We'll put one into his other move. Yes. I thought I did apply it. Cassandra. And I'm starting there on Vanguard, aren't I? So we will get the upgrade for this one, I think. So she's going Vanguard, that means I'm going for the other one. Again, with Varric, we're going to stick to the archery. I think what we're going to do is we're going to get him an extra move this time. So leaping shot, so you dive out of trouble and fire a hail of arrows at the enemies that were trying to close with you. And the other one is explosive shot, you fire a powerful shot that explodes on impact. That sounds interesting. Damaging enemies around your target. I think we're going to have to go for that one, aren't we? So, like I've just been saying, so Cassandra is going to be going Vanguard. And I'm going to be going Battlemaster. But, just for this one, I'm going to put an extra boost on top of that shield. What upgrades is this? So area effect 10 meters. Nope. We're gonna go for the armor bonus. While I'm on here, we'll have a look at inventory. So weapons, we'll go single-handed. So me, I've got my best one on so far. Next single hand is Cassandra, and she's got her best on for now. So we haven't got anyone two-handed at the moment. Staff. Solus. We do, since we're coming quite across a lot of people with shields and that, so I think I'm half tempted to try him out with the one that I made. Plus it's electricity damage, whereas I know that one gives him cunning and magic defense, but I think I'm going to test him out with this because it's barrier damage. I'm guessing I can't do anything for Varric. No. So shields, my shield. I'm on 8 with melee damage defense. That gives me 9 with frontal defense. No. What about Cassandra? No. Okay. Armor. Go back to me. No. Don't fit Solus. It's no good for Cassandra. And Varric can't wear it. Okay. Accessories. Amulet of Power. Varric only. Okay. Where's Varric? What does a Amulet of Power do? This amulet grants an ability point to whoever equips it. After it's used, the amulet shatters. Okay. Well, that's just giving him a skill point, right? So, I'm gonna give him amulet of magic, even though he's not good for magic at the moment. So what we'll do then is we'll go back to Varric and spend his point. And because I've just given him a new move, I think I'm going to upgrade it. Or long shot now rips through enemy along its path, doing damage bonus for each extra target it hits. Okay. Damage bonus per target and maximum bonus damage is 100%. I think it's gotta be that one. Colin is ready to turn in. Okay, well we'll get him on the next one.
There's almost no mention of your part in the tale of the champion, Varric.
I don't want to bore people.
You don't want to incriminate yourself, you mean?
Oh, same thing, really.
If we can gang up on those guys with shields, it's a lot easier to get down quick. There's also someone over there. Helm of the Inquisitor. Okay. There's a schematic. Claim this. I'll go up here then. Looks like I'm gonna get chimmed unless I get some help here. Ooh. I'll collect that loot off him. Not sure what our brand of rank. And he only had gold. I'm walking at that blue beam. So I don't end up walking towards it. There's a Templar encampment.
The Templars have secured a position ahead.
Just drag them down as close as I can. Something's along there then. It looks like it might be some material. Right, okay, so I was just testing some of that, so the more enemies that are around me, the better my shield's gonna be. Another schematic. Deal with the Templars still, so there's obviously someone still around here somewhere. This way. This seems a little bit unusual. I wonder if he's the commander as well.
The refugees should be safer on the King's Road now.
Okay. The sweetest fingers. Okay. More schematics and some medium armor. Anything over here? So I did notice it seems to be a low drop from here.
Let's look around.
Oh. Okay. Wonder if that were one of my maps. Ironbark, which has a mirrored material, and Belt of Winter's Pact. Major, aren't they? Okay. Okay guys, so that's going to be the end of this episode. So I think we've done plenty these last couple of episodes. I think we're cracking on a little bit now. I'm going to be focusing on the hinterlands quite a bit. I'm going to be trying to squeeze out this location before moving somewhere else. Try and do what I can before moving on with main missions. That way I can squeeze out what I can, get the levels I need. Just overall doing as much and possibly as I can of the game, you know. I do have the DLCs, so if anyone has any recommendations to when I'm supposed to do those, let me know in the comments below. I'm certainly interested in when your thoughts are that whether I should do them now or later or after the game or whichever. But I'm definitely interested. So I'm going to set these off for regenerations, so everyone's actually getting their health back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say thank you very much. Feel free to have a look at my Twitch, which is also on. You'll find the links in the description below. Feel free to follow me on Twitter or Twitch or YouTube, and I'll be happy to see you again next time. So thank you for joining, and see you all there.